Hello friends, this is David Sami with A Christian Journey. How do we decide what is right or wrong? Today, as our culture begins to move further and further away from God, how do we determine what is right or wrong? Unfortunately, we see many churches and many pastors who are basically following the culture, who are embracing the morals and values of the culture rather than staying true to the biblical values and what the Bible tells us what is right or what is wrong. But how can we know for sure? How do we decide what is right or what is wrong? We find this in book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 5 through 7, when God wanted to bring his people into a land where the people of that land had different values, different morals. What did he tell them? And what he said to them directly applies to us today in our culture, as our culture is moving further and further away from God. We read Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5 through 7, "See, I have taught you statutes and rules, that you should do them in the land you are entering. Keep them and do them, for that will be your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the people." The word statute would have the idea of what should be done. Wisdom is your ethics, your wrong and right, your insight into things. Understanding is the way to know right from wrong. Another word, the way we would know what is right or wrong is based on what God has told us it ought to be done. God decides for Christian what is right and what is wrong. Now, as our culture is changing, the only thing that means is that the values are no longer reflect God's opinion of things. But in light of that, how should we be? How should we live? You see, don't look for validation in a culture that is moving away from God, but remain true to your God and his values. And don't be afraid of people shunning you or what they think of you. We are not here to please the ungodly, but we are here to represent Christ and his values. And we don't want to make a mistake of conforming to the culture for sake of being accepted by the people of the culture. So, who decides what is right or wrong? God does. And we want to be remaining true to the Lord. And whatever happens, then it would be by God's will. But we, as much as it depends on us, we want to be faithful to the Lord and live and believe according to what he tells us. So, may the Lord be with you. May he watch over you. May he make his face to shine upon you. Until next time, this is David Sami with A Christian Journey.